chair shot. Get it right.
Welcome back, Wrestle Nerds. Victor Villain here. Let's see who's making the way to the ring.
It is I, JP Savage.
Dímelo, mi gente, pretty chubby flaco.
Mischief, you heard?
¿Tú tienes hambre?
We back, nerds. We back.
You
alright, and we ready to take a bite into this week's action.
Bye.
Oh, yeah. But
careful,
first,
got rabies.
Yo, that was a lot.
but
Got
first,
rabies.
it's Valentine's week, ladies and gentlemen. So we gotta show some love to those who show love to us right now. And ladies and gentlemen, who wants pennies when we really want is Kenny? Ooh. So straight from the A Kenny for Your Thoughts podcast, our boy Kenny, what's good?
Dímelo, Kenny.
You know, you're not the first guy I've ever heard say that. You might, but you know, I'm just saying. Yes, apologize.
I mean, it's a Kenny for your thoughts. You thought Penny wasn't taken, bro?
Wait,
you didn't say Henny? I thought I heard Henny.
No, he's from Queens. You should have said some Henny. You know what I'm saying?
Henny is a great
A lot of
substitute.
people don't do that.
Henny.
Motherfucker
I
said
can see
penny.
why. I'm just saying.
We got Kenny. Grab the Henny.
All right, that's
That's about it.
I think we've had plenty. Let's fucking move on.
Oh, plenty. That works.
Plenty of.
What's good, homie? How you doing?
What's good, man? So I was gonna say a lot of people don't know this, but yes, I'm from Queens, so New York, New Jersey in the house right now.
Yes.
And it's funny because on my podcast, you'll hear me talk more like this. This is kind of my podcasting voice, but I can tell that a couple times I'm gonna probably dip into my New York, like, "What's good, guys? What's going on?" on this podcast because it's like hanging out with my boys right now. So
There you go.
I love this.
We would be offended if you didn't.
Exactly. And I was telling y'all right before I came on, I had a bacon, egg, and cheese. I made that real quick because I was really hungry. And listen what I just said. If you're from New York, New Jersey, you know it's a bacon, egg, and cheese. It's not a bacon, egg, and cheese. It's all one word.
What's that second thing? I've never ordered that.
Too much for a sandwich.
What's a bacon?
And every time I've ordered,
It's when your mom bends over.
Whoa, yo!
Oh, my bad. Never mind.
What?
She's begging and she's clean. What?
Yeah, shout out to Judy.
Yo, again with the blow up dog?
Oh, they're gonna find out. Eventually, they're gonna find out.
In order to have stamina for such things, you need to run the ropes.
No doubt.
Man.
Kenny, hope you got your cardio this weekend because we're about to do some running of the ropes. And pardon our swag as we get a little Hollywood on this edition to open up the show. Woo! But it's been leaked, right? WrestleMania 37.
I was meant to be in the lights, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I like your glasses.
Finally, the beck and call. Finally.
What do we expect going into Mania 37, guys?
What do you think, Kenny? What do you expect?
We better have WrestleMania Goes Hollywood type movie parodies and things like that, like we got WrestleMania 21.
Yes.
Okay.
Right, because if I don't see some parodies, I'm gonna be really, really upset. You know, I want to see Ric Flair in tights again. I mean, that's ultimately what it comes down to, right?
Hey.
I want to see The Rock in a Fast and Furious 40 movie parody.
Or John Cena. John Cena's in the next one.
True, right?
I think we're gonna see him in a match, though. No, we gotta.
There's like 37 matches for WrestleMania, so I don't know.
We gotta book The Rock in Hollywood, baby.
Didn't Roman Reigns just tease?
He's quote unquote retired, so.
But didn't Roman Reigns give us a little tease?
Final act.
He gave us a little tease.
Yeah, he
last
did
time.
tease it.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
So,
That's what Judy said.
was that what was happening on NXT tonight with the bromances going on?
Who, between
Teasing
me and you?
Hollywood a little bit? Oh, no, that's already.
Oh,
You stuck that shit in there.
Wow.
That's what she said.
I
Yo,
feel violated.
That's what she said. Yeah.
I feel violated.
that's what Judy said.
oh,
Hey.
stop.
Shout out to Judy.
Stop!
Judy sounds like a victim.
Leave it alone!
Judy sounds like a victim.
Yo, Judy had no chance.
I hope
bro.
you have hand sanitizer, you dirty bastard.
Speaking
Yeah,
of The
hands up.
Rock,
Sorry.
though, The Rock has also
Kenny
made some
knows what's up.
headways this past week when his daughter, Simone Johnson,
Yes.
began
Bless you.
training at the Performance Center. Kenny, what you feel about that?
Fourth generation superstar. I mean, like, really
The
making
first.
history in the business. The first fourth generation
Wow, is
superstar.
that, damn.
She's a
She's
four
got
horseman by herself.
Right. She's got big shoes to fill because when your dad is The Rock, your
And a
grandfather
big
is Rocky Johnson, your great grandfather is High Chief Peter Maivia. It's like, dang, like I wouldn't want to be in that position. That's like having to be on heels, pops, and chair shots and be the funny one out of the group. It's just not going to happen for me. That's a lot of pressure right now.
I like this guy. I like this guy. Stupid idiot. I like Kenny's thoughts.
No doubt.
Kenny's thoughts. What's behind that screen? What's really behind that screen?
He's got a gimp.
Yes.
I mean, if you want the truth, it's actually my clothes and stuff. Actually, it's the closet.
It's not like Pulp Fiction, the fucking dirty basement. It's fuck.
Look, it's whatever you want it to be. I'm just saying it's Valentine's Day. I don't have a Valentine.
Hey.
Maybe I got one back there.
Hey, oh my.
No doubt, no doubt.
Ricochet.
I got two sabes.
Got two sides. There you go. There you go.
How about where one starts, the other ends? Matt Hardy.
Ooh.
His
Yes.
journey is over.
Is it over?
No.
Or is he just
So while he
chasing
says
Brian?
goodbye, somebody else says hello.
Matt Hardy does that. Matt Hardy does that all the time. Like he's always teasing that he's gone, or he's always teasing a storyline. Like he's always working people. So I don't know if I believe this.
But he's definitely done with WWE though.
You think
At
so
least.
thougyeah?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very.
Right, this guy's been
you
talking
never
mad
know.
shit on social media.
Okay,
Yo,
so
Rebby guy
Damn, she could
does
be a
always talk shit.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
so,
her fucking Rebby talk shit Sky.
Cause she's Boricua, she's
But-
from New York, bro.
Hey,
Has-
shout out to
Right,
Has
I was
any-
gonna just say that.
Yo, it's
We're
like
here, brother. We're here.
I want to talk shit.
Shout out to
it's the
Yo,
blood.
yo. Speaking of Matt Hardy though, and Rebby Sky, I don't know why. See, I'm a little bit of a movie buff, and I like to watch B-rated movies as well.
I like X-rated.
And of course, and
I like Cool Runnings. Cool Runnings is a good movie.
Cool Runnings.
Cool Runnings is a
Wow,
classic.
cool,
Cool Runnings is a
but
classic.
haven't seen
But
that
I'm talking
movie.
about shittier movies than that.
Hey,
And I
Sanka,
saw-
you dead?
I
Dumb and
saw
Dumber 2?
Zombies
Yeah, man.
versus Wrestlers. And
What?
this was a movie that had Shane Douglas,
sorry.
Roddy Piper, Matt Hardy, Rebby Sky fighting against zombies. It was terrible. It was
Was
No one has
terrible.
any-
awful.
No one had anything to say to that. We were all
Hacksaw Jim Duggan was in it.
concept.
You know what the worst part of the whole thing is? I saw
That
the
I-
whole fucking thing.
You saw the whole yo.
Because
Why?
I was in too deep. I could not
That's what she
just
said.
leave it alone.
Yo,
I had to
that's
see how
also
bad
what
it
you-
was.
Dude, no offense, but don't you have better things to do with your life
I
than
I
watch
do,
that?
I do, but I
I feel
was
like
sucked
what's
in.
going on, man?
They
I don't
suck
know.
you in somehow.
Sounds
I've
like
been
you made a
reading- listen.
really bad investment.
I've been reading the Roddy Piper book, so like anything with Roddy Piper right now, I'm hooked on, and he was in it.
You
and
were
I'm like,
hoping
fuck.
for a titty.
Go on, show
Not
me.
even a titty. Not even
Come
a
on,
titty.
titty.
Not
Come on,
even-
titty.
not even
I
one
feel like I
titty.
made that happen.
Not even one titty, man. Not even a zombie titty.
Not even a zombie.
Not even a zombie
I'm good.
titty.
Should get it
Yeah,
off the
if they had
rails.
chest implants, you think it runs down their rib cage, like just
Oh.
like as a
I'm
skin?
sure that really irks.
Does the
And
silicone turn?
Speaking of irks, we talk about some Becky Lynch real quick.
But why?
She's been irked.
Ooh,
this week.
sensitive.
So John Jones went on and tweeted about how it's inevitable he's gonna work with WWE. Becky didn't like that tweet or that reference, man, because she's like, yo, I don't like how people, just say make it seem so easy, making it seem like it's easy walkthrough, just join into the WWE coming from UFC.
Someone had to say it.
It was easy for him to hit a pregnant woman's car, then steal her money and leave.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Like,
so
I don't got love for John Bones Jones anymore after stuff like that, man. I have no love for that guy. And
Wow.
then he comes and tries to make it seem like it's just a cakewalk to get into the wrestling business. Like, bro, do you have the stamina to be in the wrestling business? Like, could you put on the muscle it takes to be in there? I don't know. I know he can do MMA. He's a great athlete, don't get me wrong, but could he handle that schedule?
Could he handle that schedule? Is he a good actor? I'd like you
That's
know
what
what I
I'm
mean?
saying.
Like, is
He's
he
an
gonna,
athlete, right?
Is he gonna carry a storyline? I'm fucking tired of athletes.
Well,
We got motherfuckers that can do backflips and finger pop their assholes at the same time. It's fucking incredible. I've seen every video. But you know what I'm saying? Like we don't need more athletes. Like we need more wrestlers. We need guys that can
The
physically.
Undertaker said that. The Undertaker said that
in his
the
video,
other
right?
day.
Like
Yeah, he said you need more character development, and I agreed with it. I had retweeted it at Kenny Podcast on Twitter. I retweeted it, and I said, "Oh, damn straight, I gotta plug my shit."
we got your little header right in the front,
we got
so
a little
everybody
overlay
can see
for
you
you.
I
too.
can't see it. I can only see your beautiful face. So,
Oh man.
you see. What I was saying. Think about that. Think about MJF. Name one move that MJF does. Like one of y'all.
Punch.
Armbar.
When he grabs the
Right,
mic and
armbar.
says shit, that's what he's got.
That's the only move. He got that heat.
Right. So it's not all about being athletic. Sometimes it's like if you have character development, like people want to watch you.
But what I will say is that the reality is a lot of people have been able to make the transition now. And the reason why is because MMA has allowed a platform for their fighters to speak on the mic, to talk shit about each other, to add to the entertainment element. More than in boxing. Because in boxing, you usually have the managers talking all the shit. Right?
Yeah, we need Tyson back. We need Tyson back to talk a lot of shit, talk about eating children and
eat your children.
And
your kids.
And the Don King
I'm gonna
to
eat your
reel 'em
kids.
in.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But UFC
praise
has
be to
allowed
Allah.
that.
I love those years, yo. Mike Tyson,
Oh
those
my
years
God,
was an
it's
animal.
second
And
fight
the other
of
reason why it
Ray
also translates because a lot of MMA they're
Yeah.
practicing wrestling. A lot of these MMA fighters come from wrestling backgrounds, so there is some type of translation. There, as far as putting in the work, they can make it happen. I think about how many fights they have a year, and they're fighting legitimately, right?
Listen,
I'm glad you said
But
putting in the
character
work.
work.
I'm
But
glad you
character
said that
work.
shit. Putting in the work is right. They do.
are you
But
gonna
it-
talk about Al Snow?
No, not yet. I didn't want to say it.
Oh, because I felt like that was
I
a cheap
didn't
plug
wa-
coming.
I think this is more a conversation of paying your dues, right?
No,
a lot of
no.
people,
I just
no,
mean,
a lot of people in the industry, like somebody like Becky Lynch. Look how she's been wrestling for over 18 years at this point. Not many people know that shit. She's paid in her dues time and time again. To have somebody from another sport entertainment come in and think they could just go right on top because it's easier, that's disrespectful.
Yeah, I mean, look, I can even speak from that vantage point because I work with Knockout Wrestling here in Florida, and at first when I was when I went
got your
backstage and
podcast
stuff,
voice, Kenny? Why you got your podcast voice?
Sorry, I just get my podcast voice on. But when I went backstage a little bit, a couple people were hesitant because you got to mark backstage, and then went up and shook everyone's hand, talked to them, and now for the most part, I'm well respected. And it's like, it's because I paid my dues. They know, like, I'm willing to do interviews. I'm willing to do the work, like break down the rings, things like that, and show them the respect, because at the end of the day, I'm there to enhance them. So I can tell why Becky Lynch is offended because an athlete's like, yeah, I'm gonna go do this WWE thing and blah blah blah, and then like as if they could just walk in and take somebody's spot. It's like, nah, bitch, you got to earn a spot. You know what I mean? Like,
and listen, this
like,
is always
like straight up.
This has always been a conversation. I mean, even into the 70s, the 80s, anytime they've used like football players come in spots. When Mr. T went up against Roddy Piper, this is always a conversation about having a celebrity or somebody out of the wrestling industry coming just in and thinking they could just pick it up and go.
Yeah. But I'm glad, to your point, Kenny, put in the hard work, and you go in your spot, right? Keeping your spot. And that brings me to my next subject here, man. Roman Reigns.
Dog shit. What?
The Fiend.
I love that guy.
Dog shit.
I hate him.
He chose in a question they asked him, who do you rather fight? The Fiend or Goldberg? He chose the Fiend at WrestleMania. And one of the reasons is he put in the work. He's earned his spot. Yeah, much respect to Goldberg, no disrespect at all, but I think the Fiend and Roman Reigns is gonna happen.
Have you just peeped at Saudi Arabia? Like, you ever kept like half an eyeball? like you didn't watch, but you kind of just like, yo, what's happening over there? What just? Oh my God! Did you see that bullshit the Undertaker and Goldberg did?
Yeah.
Oh man!
But let's not forget.
No, don't get me started. Don't get me started on the Undertaker and Goldberg because we do have a big argument about that right now. Because I don't know, I'm asking right now. Have you ever been concussed in your life? For real though.
Yeah, I have, yo, and I got fucking.
I did sparring, got my ass knocked out,
shit.
and woke up, and they told me that I still tried to fight. Again, I have no idea what happened. I was told that I was punching still, I was kicking, I was still fighting, I was still doing good. For Goldberg to be able to lift a 300-pound man while concussed, probably has no idea what's going on. He's got my respect. Yeah, so I'm not saying you, but as a general statement, when people are just like, you see Goldberg can't fight, I was like, y'all don't even understand. Y'all have never been concussed and don't understand.
I don't blame that shit on Goldberg.
Yeah, Goldberg got fucking knocked. I just don't want to see him. I don't like. He got fucking knocked. Like, let's just, I wish him well, and I hope he wasn't really hurt. Like he just had a concussion, and then he came back, and like he's doing well, and I'm happy for him. I just don't want to see him wrestle. I don't.
But let's be honest, this isn't something you'll see on the main card on a regular basis, or put on a pay-per-view on a high level. I mean, you're only seeing this because of people that paid money to see this because they thought Yokozuna was still alive.
But wow.
But
Pretty Chubbs,
Wait,
Pretty Chubbs.
wasn't he in the Greatest Royal Rumble though?
Right.
Wasn't that
He
Yokozuna?
was, he
The
was, he
greatest
was.
one.
Yes, he was. Pretty Chubbs.
Yokozuna, whatever his name was.
But should I or you tell them why Roman Reigns picked the Fiend?
You could go ahead. You're on a roll, baby.
He's not an idiot. He's gonna go for whoever has the belt, right?
But who's not to say that Goldberg ends the Fiend streak?
Fuck you. Fuck
You don't think it's possible?
I was gonna say-
To lose
You
it,
know why?
to lose it.
tolerate that shit.
He's only
lose
mad.
it?
He's
Yo.
only mad because he knows it's possible.
Listen to
What?
this. All
Oh,
right.
I'm so mad I
He knows
can't
it's
punch
possible.
somebody next to me.
All right,
now.
but listen.
I
But
gotta
He
listen.
knows
Okay.
they're thinking
Nobody
about.
will.
Okay,
He
but-
knows that they're
Careful.
thinking
You know what
about.
happened last time you sparred. Careful.
Every okay.
That wasn't the last
So you're
time.
gonna-
At least it wasn't the last time I remember.
That was the first time.
True,
That
that-
was
that's
the
facts.
first time.
Hey, that's the last time I know about.
Right. No, but straight up, when it comes to the Fiend, I'll say it like this with Roman Reigns. Forget who has the title, right? We're going to look at this in a business aspect, right? If you're Roman Reigns, do you want to fight a guy that people might remember, or do you want to fight the hottest thing in professional wrestling right now?
true.
Exactly.
No offense to Goldberg, but Roman Reigns understands that if he faces Goldberg, there's going to be a certain kind of backlash because Goldberg was popular in the late 90s. The Fiend is somebody that is just, when you think professional wrestling, you think the Fiend right now.
Yeah.
So he's the hottest thing going. Of course Roman Reigns wants to fight that. He's a smart man.
Duh.
But the
Duh.
thing is,
Duh.
is Roman Reigns gonna get booed in that fight? 'Cause the Fiend is over.
Who cares? Who cares?
Right? That's a good point. That is a very good point. That being said, I think they're both going to get mixed reactions because you remember Roman Reigns is from Pensacola, Florida. He's not too
That's
far
true.
from Tampa here.
That's true.
Hometown
The other
boy,
thing-
hometown boy.
Right. The other thing is ever since that cancer diagnosis, I don't hear a lot of
This is true.
I don't hear a lot of boos for Roman.
This is true.
That's true.
There's a lot of love for Roman.
And
So
it's also been good booking on their end because they didn't shove him down nobody's throats. They've been really smooth about.
That's what she said.
easing
They've been
it
keeping
back.
him away from the title.
You know.
Kenny definitely.
But,
did
Where are
well.
your pants?
Judy
Kenny,
told me
where
that
are
last
your
night.
pants?
But speaking of who
I'm not-
cares, right?
I'm not wearing pants.
Hey!
Prove it.
No, don't prove. Don't prove.
Wait, not right now.
Cease
wait.
and desist. Like that
JP,
shit says.
JP, you got competition over there.
Cease and desist.
Never that.
But speaking of who cares, yo.
Does it hit the
so,
water?
Pretty chubby Flacco.
Does it hit the water?
Why don't you tell them who's been inducted into the Hall of Fame?
So there's rumors that the Bella twins and Jushin Tiger.
No, that's it. That's it.
Juice-
After the Bella Twins, I don't want to hear anybody else that is also on this. What? This Hall of Fame. I don't want to hear it.
Listen, I'm
Thank
mad it happened. I knew it was gonna happen. Yo, Kenny, do the Bella Twins deserve to be in the Hall of Fame?
Oh my God! Do they deserve it? Yes, but do they deserve it now? No.
No.
Yeah.
You can look,
I
but
think-
you can't
listen.
touch.
I think optically, right? There's gonna be something wrong with women that are currently pregnant entering a Hall of Fame, because that means they're still young enough to have kids. Hall of Fame is supposed to be when you've been retired
I was like,
for
I was
some
wondering where
odd
you were going with
years.
that.
Me too. I'm like, what the
Even
fuck
in
does that
baseball,
mean?
even in baseball, you gotta wait
Are we-
5 years.
Are we
You gotta
gonna
wait
catch a
5
case?
years.
But
They were
Trish
just
was
wrestling
pregnant.
last
Trish
week.
Like-
was pregnant when she was on the
Right.
No, she just had a kid.
Like,
Oh,
yes,
she
like
no,
that.
she
no, she was
announced
pregnant.
that she was pregnant.
She was
announced
pregnant.
that she was pregnant.
But she wasn't pregnant.
yeah.
What
So
you
I guess
mean?
Optically.
Optically,
She was
good.
pregnant.
She was
She
pregnant.
absolutely was
Oh,
pregnant.
poor
Scientifically.
Jushin Liger, man.
Scientifically, she was pregnant.
That
Yes.
stick had
But
a
there was
plus
no
on
bump.
it.
Oh,
There was no
man.
bump.
How they gonna do this to
I guess you're
Jushin,
right.
man?
It's just really this is what we're doing.
Damn, Jushin
Poor
Thunder Liger
Jushin.
carrying that Hall of Fame.
Why do
fame
they
class.
need it right now? They still got Total Bellas going on. Like, why do they need it
Yo,
right now?
Trash. So,
Might as well
Damn.
put the Miz on Hall of Fame.
fuck.
Right?
Oh, I think it was.
active, though.
I think it was Quackenbush, right? Quackenbush.
How do the Bella Twins get in the Hall of Fame before CM Punk?
I'll tell you
What
why.
the
Yo,
fuck?
back the fuck up from the mic. God
No!
damn it.
Yo, they're in there before British Bulldog.
Good grief.
They're in there before British Bulldog.
Brian Pillman.
Wow. Al
Wow.
Owen Hart.
Al
Damn.
Snow.
This is a point I brought up, and let me
Christian.
see, because I feel like I'm gonna get heat with y'all for this.
Ooh.
Because I've always said I don't understand why people are always talking about the order of the Hall of Fame. Like, we need to throw in all the big names before, smaller names. So what I mean by that is, like, don't you think it's better? Like, let's say if they do a bad example, but let's say they do a WrestleMania in London, who you think is gonna headline that class? It's going to
British-
damn sure be the British Bulldog.
British Bulldog.
They do. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like WWE look, guys, it's like sex, right? You don't want to blow your load all at once, all right? You gotta work to it. You gotta work.
You heard that, Mischief?
Once.
You gotta work to it.
What's sex?
What's the equivalent? So what happened that night Drew Carey showed up?
And Kenny, your logic.
Leave my mother out of it.
Your logic.
Premature ejaculation.
Kenny, your logic sounds like common sense, man. It makes sense, but that's exactly what the WWE doesn't. Because if that's the case you're pointing right to, you should have waited till next year to put the Bella
next year
Twins
for
in,
the Bellas to
because
be
they were
in
in Hollywood,
California,
right? We're going to Tampa. Why the fuck are the Bella Twins going on the main?
I'm 15 minutes away from where the stadium's the Raymond James Stadium. So watch your mouth. Second of all,
Okay.
so it's
I mean,
my
I
home.
think it's Tampa. I like Tampa.
It's
Tampa's
funny.
nice.
It's funny. It was in MetLife last year,
Yes,
which
yes,
is I'm
yes.
from New York, like I said.
Yes,
So
yes,
it was
yes.
in my hometown, and now it's in Tampa this year, which is
How'd you
even
make
even
out
better.
last
You
year?
spoiled bitch.
How'd you make out?
I made out with a couple people at Mania Crawl.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I got
I hope we got a test.
No, I meant what time you get.
Howard Finkel doesn't count.
I meant what time you got home with that
Howard
Jersey
Finkel.
Transit bullshit.
for like 4 a.m.
Damn.
Like yeah, it was bad. We didn't get on a train till like 2 a.m.
Annie,
Oh,
did you get rained
It was
on?
Bad. What's that?
Did you get rained on?
Did I get rained on? We were like soaking wet, man.
Ooh,
Like,
you know what? We weren't.
and not
We
just
got out
because
there
the
5
action
minutes.
was so hot and heavy.
we got out of there in 5 minutes.
Gentlemen, it's time to get casual though.
Oh, casual.
What'd you say?
Never
Yup,
that.
yup,
Never that.
yup.
Come on now.
Let's
Take my
gather
shirt
up all our
Judy
casual
never told me that word.
fans, and
the
let's
casual
talk about
fans?
SmackDown.
Oh, what a dig.
Hey,
You know, like I think we really need to rework the order of our show. We can't start off with SmackDown. Like that shit is terrible.
So here's the thing.
Like the XFL is
Here's
more
the thing.
entertaining than SmackDown.
It's gonna be quick and easy like a band-aid. That's what she
I'd
said.
rather talk about the XFL.
Nah, Kenny, what you got?
Something
You watch
successful.
Did you see? Did you
I
watch?
did watch SmackDown. Yeah, I did watch SmackDown. I liked the dirt sheet coming back. I thought that was pretty good. It was pretty funny.
I mean,
any
this is what it was for, right? This is why we signed you
Right.
back, right? Just
Right, I
have
was
this
gonna
moment.
say any.
Really? That was it?
That was
I
it.
feel,
Yeah,
I
you can
feel
go back to
like people
Impact.
don't know who John Morrison is. By the way, it's like the crowds don't give him the love. Like they don't know who he is.
'Cause they're all
Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Right. But I was gonna say the dirt sheet. I liked Mr. Miz. Like that's all. As long as you give me Miz's dad, I'm good.
No doubt, no doubt. It's always good fun to see his ass there. How we feel about Bobby Roode, man? I'm sure you've seen the leak. Bobby Roode will be participating in the Elimination Chamber, right? As one of the participants to go to WrestleMania. Why are we shitting on him in this tag team match and putting him in this if we're going there? It makes no sense to me.
I don't know. Things can change in a heartbeat. I mean, Bobby Roode's a guy who, I feel like he can shine when the lights are bright. So I mean, you put him in the Elimination Chamber, he can change the whole perception. Think what Kofi Kingston did last year. Man wasn't even supposed to be in any of that. And then you get one moment. There's literally one moment where Kofi changed his whole perception last year, which was when he pie-faced AJ and said, "I've waited for this moment 11 years. Fight me."
Yep.
So things can change. If Bobby Roode can channel that aggression and make a moment, he can steal the spotlight from somebody else. I guarantee it.
No doubt, no doubt.
So, I mean,
Making us-
especially a veteran like Bobby Roode, man. PCF.
Right.
What do you think?
I think he has a chance. Give the man a chance. He was a star in fucking TNA.
Yeah.
Why not WWE?
well,
My man, he looks
I know.
like-
I know Vince is not a fan of characters that he didn't create, for a fact. So that could hold him
Yeah, he
back. Look at
doesn't even
EC3.
he doesn't
Yeah.
even like bringing anything from outside the company.
Nothing.
I mean, it can kind of go with what we're going to talk about later tonight as far as the call-ups and the failures that have occurred. But what are some of the successes? And this might be, Kenny, you're onto something, man. This might be his opportunity. And a veteran like him in this type of environment, it's beautiful storytelling, right?
You said it, JP. Opportunity. An opportunity Bill Goldberg shall receive, ladies and gentlemen, because he chose The Fiend to be next. And I just don't think he wants to live anymore.
Y'all said Vince McMahon doesn't like characters he didn't create. He didn't create Goldberg, so there's.
Yeah,
But
you know
Goldberg
what?
brought him money.
But yeah,
Exactly.
Right,
He
it's
bought
true.
the green to
Hey,
the
Valentine.
table.
Valentine.
Kenny,
Money talk.
What's up?
Let's talk about
What?
character. What is a Goldberg?
Smash!
He's badass.
Hey, Goldberg's
I
a
love
guy
him.
who he comes in, he beats people up, he hits them a lot.
And he leaves.
He's a good Jewish guy.
It's good shit. It's good shit.
Good shit.
Diamond in his-
Good shit.
Okay.
Well, you know who was shining for sure? Corey Graves. His smile was from cheek to cheek when he saw his baby Carmella
Most def.
win that match. First time I see Carmella win in a while.
He knew he was getting love in that night.
Oh shit! You should have seen her post this week. Get a W and shit goes off the rails. That's amazing.
Guys, let's quickly change gears if we haven't done so as quickly yet. Or better yet, let's just take a flight to Osaka, Japan.
Oh,
Guys.
What'd you call me?
Osaka, Japon.
you wanted me to put Moxley
Youngson?
or?
Where's the
Don't whip it out,
tampon
don't
going
whip it
on?
out. Listen.
Oh.
Yo, ladies and
Okay.
gentlemen.
I understand
Kenny,
that.
did you watch New Beginning in Osaka this past weekend?
Bless you.
I did not. I didn't have a chance. I worked this weekend. So.
Bro, they threw
You sick
down a
fuck.
banger. The IWGP Junior Heavyweight title was on the line. Stole the show. My man, Hiromu Takahashi. Yo, he's showing me some
Yo, tú estás enfermo.
elite shit, bro. This man, we all remember the neck injury, severe neck injury he had suffered.
He had a neck injury?
Oh, yes.
He definitely
Se
put menthol on that
jodió.
shit.
But
No.
man,
Nah, he came back like a beast.
yo, coming back and having the match that they just had this past weekend, outshadowing John Moxley versus fucking Suzuki, which was a dope, fun match. If you
It
like the
definitely outmatched
fucking
it, though.
death, fucking hardcore shit that New Japan is all about. But and Naito's defense, well, both titles were on the line against Kenta. He got his revenge, defeating Kenta, ladies and gentlemen. And that was a hell of a match, but nothing outshadowed, nothing over.
Yo, you alright, yo? Yo, what are you doing,
Ladies
yo?
and gentlemen, he's getting
Put some
getting
big on his
emotional.
chest.
Put
Put
some
some
big
big
on
on
his
his chest.
He's getting
Oh,
emotional.
he's a shot.
Takahashi.
Hit this
I'm a
motherfucker
shower,
with the
not a
bottle.
blower.
That's it.
What?
What?
Ricochet.
Takahashi.
I'm outta here,
That's the
yo.
title of
I'm
my
out.
book.
I just need one more of these.
out.
I just need one more of these.
Come on, where are your pants?
I thought he.
I thought those were flesh-colored
Nobody was wearing
pants.
pants. I just took mine off.
Victor's
Why
been
is his
sit-
underwear backwards?
Vic has been sitting next to me for too long. The reality is, we have to talk
Why does
about.
your underwear say Monday?
Right.
Because it's time to get raw, baby.
Yeah, you got raw
Thanks to
draws
the
on
assist there,
Monday.
Kenny, because we getting raw.
Oh, man, that was a pretty good segue.
And before y'all get
Give
raw,
us to that. Yo, back
Yo.
up from the fucking mic. What's up with
listen
you, bro?
to me, motherfucker. Yo, NJPW doing work, man. It's the second other pay-per-view.
He's chasing the liquor with a beer, by the way, for the record, if anyone's not watching.
Oh yeah, of
up
course.
with
This
you,
is
bro?
what we do.
Here I'm trying to fucking fix audio
I'm trying
here.
to drink it in, but
That's what she said.
We just
There
drank
you
the
go.
raw, and that-
What?
NJP.
Wow.
Dying.
Wow.
I'm in my own little world.
Calm down, Sensato.
Let's give NJPW some respect because
Cara
the
de
reality is we've been saying what have they been doing with these Wednesday Night Wars? We see all these promotions leveling up. Impact, NWA, right? AEW, WWE, NXT,
BBW, you said?
Wow Wrestling even doing work, right?
BB,
So-
the only way to follow BBW is with WoW.
NJPW has put
Wow.
out some dope product. Yes, Zack Sabre Jr. attacked Moxley.
Yo.
That's a storyline. That's a match I never thought I would see, right?
All Stars. It was like an all. Oh,
Yeah,
that was
God.
a lot.
What's going on? Oh shit, my
It was
shit
like
is
an all-star
blasted.
event, man. An all-star lineup.
What's the next lineup, man?
It's gonna be some shit. It's gonna be some shit. But as we did, time to get raw, baby.
All right.
How we feeling about this whole bite out of crime?
Yo. How
thing.
unnecessary.
Bye.
So I have like this love-hate relationship with this bite, right?
Talk to him. Talk to
Okay,
him.
come
So
on.
it's everything I want, right? Like I want like this random character to come in, like to be, oh shit, maybe a Gangrel, right? Like, oh, that could be fun, right? That could be
You want
interesting. It could be interesting, right?
Okay.
Like give me, I don't know. I like the Undertaker. You
We've
know what I'm
seen
saying?
worse.
Like what can I do, right? If she comes in like, but why her? It could have been anybody else. It could have been.
It's not a
But why not
character.
her?
It's not a character. It's just
Nah,
that she basically went and bit her to show that like her dominance. It's not like she was as much as all of us are giving a shit, it's not like she went and she's gonna be this vampire character from now on,
But,
you know?
but why take a
I
bite
don't
out of
think
her
that.
neck and not use a weapon to make her bleed?
Yeah.
Because it's different, number one. But also,
What I mean is,
Becky
I
also
like that it's a
commented on
character
it.
choice. That they're making a character choice. You know what I'm saying? Like to do that.
It's another
But why
element.
her? Like
So
she
you
didn't
think?
need
So
that.
you think Vince looked at her and he's like, vampire,
bite that bitch?
such good shit. Now go bite that neck, bitch,
Bite
her neck.
and then you can bite my ass on the way out.
I think
You can kiss my ass.
I think as we see this feud evolve, you're gonna understand a little more why she did that. The reality is, she knows she could kick her ass on the regular. But she wants to bite the shit out of it. She, like, think about how Becky looked, how she was selling that, right? She looked miserable. She's like, oh my God, she bit me. Like, now she knows she's capable of doing anything.
Charlie bit me.
Like, she knows she got to be careful with her nipples. She knows she got to be careful with her stockings. Like, her ear.
I'm not the one behind her.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
the heck?
I don't want it to be.
You can bite nipples from behind.
Shayna Baszler wants to inflict pain on her in every way possible.
Show and tell, baby.
There it is. That's
Show and
exactly
tell,
it. It's that she wants to inflict pain on her. And at the end of the day, right, all 5 of us are talking about this incident.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, whether it's wrong or not, it did get us wrestling fans to talk about Shayna Baszler.
Listen,
so it worked.
Gangrel's Twitter hasn't gone crazy in a while, bro, and it went fucking crazy on a Monday.
He was just at Free Enterprise though, so he's been tweeting a little bit. But now this definitely got him over this week.
But I'm saying, like, this reminded us of that, the Brood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly what we went to. We didn't go to fucking Dracula 2000.
Don't put
we went
a
to the
fucking-
Brood. You know?
Don't have her come out with fucking fangs now,
You think
man.
we got that new stable with Shayna and Edge?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Laughable.
No chance in hell?
They just trademarked Christian's name again.
They
did.
did.
Oh,
Hall of
Their
Fame?
spirit.
Does he go to the Hall of Fame this year?
Maybe. Who
For the
knows?
peeps.
He lives in
Who
Florida.
knows?
He needs to be the last person announced because he's from Tampa.
Yeah.
He lives in Tampa.
Yeah,
it
he
makes
does.
sense. But then again, they probably have him headline Hollywood because none of it makes sense
Yeah,
anymore.
because the Bella Twins are in the Hall of Fame.
Speaking about something that doesn't make sense, real quick.
Fucking Bella Twins, though.
No, not that, but yes. Angel Garza defeated Cedric Alexander.
They're like 11.
Funny incident. Cedric Alexander tweeted that he's very frustrated. Could this?
You
be,
know that means Birdie's in the Hall of Fame?
Could this mean that this
Drew
this
Carey's
loss has
in the
something to
Hall of Fame.
I do
think-
not respect that because of that.
Wait, you think Cedric's leaving?
No, I don't know. He
she's
just
not-
tweeted
wait.
he's frustrated. So I'm just saying.
She's not pregnant with Birdie anymore. She's pregnant with another one.
But you know Birdie's gonna
it's
come on
there's
stage.
4 of them going into
Snoopy.
the Hall of Fame right now.
You know,
Damn,
yo, she got into the Hall of Fame before Daniel Bryan.
What the fuck?
Don't say it like that.
Nah, that's
But that's what
It just
it
sounds
is.
bad. It just sounds bad.
It is bad. The ship's gone down. Get it? We're all gonna die. Fucking
Listen, we all saw fucking. All right.
My mic
Craig
came off.
Davis has
Daniel
said
Bryan's still
we can't be
active.
letting
He's
old
still
and pregnant
sexually
bitches up in here.
Damn.
What now?
Oh my God.
Sometimes.
We're gonna have
Oh,
to take a
man.
moment, step back, and
Yes.
understand that yes, the Bellas are going in before Daniel Bryan.
Ow, that
But,
hurts.
hey, Daniel Bryan would have gone in though if he hadn't become an active competitor again.
Agreed.
I thought MVP's piece was pretty cool.
And not.
I'm glad. Like, so I I didn't want him to wrestle,
He pulled the Daniel Jones.
and I loved
He
that.
fumbled.
Can
All
we
right?
get managers? Like, I love that.
I love the idea of it, but he fumbled it, bro. He got scared with the crowd a little bit. I don't know.
How so? Wait, when?
There was a
he
little
did good.
fumble there. There was a little fumble.
I thought he did all right.
He did all right,
Yeah.
but there was a little
He
fumble.
he held his own ground.
I don't know. I liked the way he reacted to the crowd, and he was like, I forgot what the fuck he said, but
Yeah, I ain't calling a spade, huh?
I liked it. I liked the segment. I liked.
I'm not asking what preference you like. I said he stumbled. He got himself together, but he stumbled at first.
He took that Claymore like a
He
motherfucker.
definitely did.
Did.
Welcome
I'm
back,
mad, by the
MVP.
way.
That's what I meant the whole time.
I'm mad that we talked about Shayna already because when you said called a spade, it was a perfect transition to go
damn.
into. Yeah, you see.
For the next one.
We're gonna
The next one.
run that back. We're gonna edit it so that we put Shayna Baszler.
There you
second
go.
after.
Just
There
cut
you
and
go.
paste, cut and paste.
Oh, we can just talk about it next week because this is gonna be the story moving forward.
Yeah, well, I mean, the story's not
She
technically
beat
over.
somebody. That's the most convincing storyline we have going forward.
That's pretty much all that happened on Raw.
But these paramedics though were terrible.
Nah,
So that was the story.
I like
First of all,
the.
I followed the paramedic, the cute one.
Yeah,
on Instagram.
she was hot. Yeah.
She bad, dog.
Bad out
She
there.
bad.
Let me get that
What?
Share that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she a wrestler?
Kalo K.
No, she's an EMT.
Oh, real life?
She for real.
She ain't Judy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really EMT.
yo, shit. I think
Esa es mi prima.
down 911.
Well, the reality is that, you know, the EMTs,
Oh, shit.
shit, damn.
She a
Kenny, you are
snake.
producing, and that wasn't even green screen. Shit. But, you know, the reality is EMTs have the power to save lives. So let's
Yes.
talk about Tuesday.
The best part about Monday.
that the clock struck midnight?
Yes. And then it's Tuesday.
And eventually, it was time for Powerrr. The shit got fucking.
Yeah, this is where you
I mean,
edit
you were supposed
graphics.
to. Cue the music.
Oh, it's not Into the Fire anymore.
It's not.
Nope.
That's
But
broken,
funny
Hey,
thing that
we
they
spent
also
our
did.
entire budget on this.
Pyro, baby, just for you, Kenny.
I love
Get you that pyro.
I'm not even
baby.
gonna make it a crackhead lighter because it lasts.
Wait, let me cue it.
It's Gilbert proof. It's Gilbert proof.
It's
He
shaky.
ain't fucking
it's
with that
shaky.
shit.
That shit is shaky.
Quick note about Ricky Starks and his newly won TV title. Now, they're doing a 7 straight title defense where after 7 straight successful defenses, he gets a chance at the 10 pounds of gold.
Ooh.
How we feeling about that? Yo?
I love
it.
it. I love it.
Love it.
It's
Ready
fucking
to see all
different.
this in Starks?
Also.
Yes.
Starks is the man too. So he's probably the person I paid attention to the most going into NWA Powerrr. Haven't seen this week's episode, unfortunately, but that's good. That's good news, man. I like that. He's in that video where the Undertaker is telling him, like people how to work and stuff. He's in that video.
He's in that video,
Yeah.
I mean, it's something similar you're seeing in Impact too, with the X Division champ going after Tessa now too, right? Ace Austin.
Ooh.
Make sure to catch the shooting the ish with Ace Austin.
No doubt.
Hey,
Check
blood.
that out.
No, Powerrr was dope, man. Every
Hold on.
segment.
Kenny said something about NWO Powerrr, and how long before that happens? I just
That's true.
How about
new world order.
How about Melina coming out looking like Kitana
snack.
2020 snack?
Un bizcochito.
Que me va a
Cameraman.
partir el-
Dios mío. She defeated Tasha Steelz.
No, but the most interesting part,
Los.
you really gonna not talk about the most interesting part, is the fact that she gonna face Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa.
There's
Shooting
there's
the ish with
there's an
Thunder
agenda
Rosa.
with that one.
I was just waiting for your bullshit.
Yo, speaking
Next
about
week, right?
speaking about Thunder Rosa, have you guys seen her calendar?
Oh
Hey,
my
shout
God.
out to
God,
Thunder
dude.
Rosa.
Wow.
we can't have no nice thing.
Y'all gotta
One
get
nice
it and
thing.
put it right in front
We
of
do.
y'all.
I am actually going
Right
to
next
get
to
that
Selena,
calendar.
baby.
Right next to Selena.
Anything for Selena.
Hey.
I don't like Selena no more.
But the biggest news out of Powerrr, honestly, is besides Eddie Kingston's fucking promo.
No doubt.
Oh my
Always.
God.
I love him on the mic, bro.
But
He
yo,
can say
we
anything.
finally got an answer this weekend to Nick Aldis' challenge from the Villain Enterprise.
Yes, we did. Yes,
Marty
we
Scurll.
did.
Marty Scurll says he's gonna put up $500,000
Yo,
if he loses.
$500,000? I'll take that. Hell yeah.
$500,000.
What? You know how many episodes of Power he don't have to be in after that?
You know how many pesos that is in Dominican Republic? Yo,
I love that that's a new exchange rate.
It's 50.
Yes, but how many pencils can you buy with it?
How
in the
many-
Dominican Republic?
And
How
how
many-
many are number 2?
How many
Yo.
sucres is that in Ecuador?
Oh my God!
It's like $7.
Like,
It's
is Nick gonna drop the title?
Nah.
Is this a gimmick?
I
500,000.
think he might.
Nah, he's
I
not
think he
dropping
might.
it. Nah.
Is this a Big
don't
John
think so?
Studd winning the Rumble type?
You
of
think
match?
It's gonna be good.
You
It's gonna
think
be
this
good.
is like a consolidation of powers, right? Where ROH and NWA just come under
Wait,
Villain Enterprise?
No.
I'm so hard right
Make
now.
the wrestling world talk. And Nick Aldis has had it for a while. He's done a good job with it. Don't get me wrong. But it's like if you want to do something that makes the wrestling world talk, that you give it to Marty Scurll, the guy who everybody thought was going to AEW, and he's going instead to light the fire of the wrestling world. That's cue for the pyro.
Wow.
I think it's time.
Coño.
Because
Give
you
me
know,
the charge.
Ah, shit.
you know,
My bad, Kenny.
Méqueme el dedo.
bien.
Se quemó el huevo.
That was fucking done, son. Dude, that made an impact. That made
It's
an
done.
impact.
Listen, we got to be realistic here. ROH shit the bed back in April. I think it's time.
Why?
agree.
I think it's
Were you
time.
fucking
clean it
its
up?
mom?
I like that shit.
That shit in the bed? You just said there was shit in the bed and you like that
No.
shit. Like, I
Lots
just
of
want you to
shit
know that that's
in
what
the
English
bed.
sounds like
The
when you say it like
only
that.
thing,
Yes.
the only thing I have a gripe with when it comes to
The size
NWA
of
right
your
now, they can't handle it. The studio's not enough space.
Are you still talking
No,
about your dick?
no. My gripe is with Tim Storm's mama.
Wow.
Yo,
that sucks,
You're
man.
taking
That's
Tim
so
Storm's
stupid.
mama in the same
dude looks like a lady.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah, I guess.
What
yeah,
in the Mrs.
kinda.
Doubtfire is going on? No. It's just it's unnecessary.
What?
I see they did it one. It failed. Like the crowd hated it.
Yeah,
and
that
they
shit
brought
was
him out again this week. Like why? Let it go. And if that like Tim Storm, why didn't you smack the shit out of him?
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Like you know what I mean? You have to be in the moment. That was there. He's pretending to be your
but
mother.
he's-
Smack the shit out
He's
of him.
retired, right? Isn't that the thing that he's done?
No, he's still wrestling. He said a
Nah,
match.
he's still-
Oh yeah,
he
you're
came
right. He
back.
did fucking have a match. What the
Came
fuck?
back,
You know what retired
Smack
that
the
neck of his?
You want to be my mother? Smack the shit out of him. Eat some of Pops' barbecue chicken and fucking smack your mama. Like
But why would he smack his mother, bro? What's wrong with you?
He had a 5 o'clock shadow. That's why.
That's called love.
And it was 6:05.
And we're in the South. And we're in the South.
right now. He's like, yo, man, y'all smack my mother, man.
Tastes so good, makes you want to smack your mama.
If he would have smacked his mother, it would have made an impact.
That's
That's
exactly.
Yo, that's the
reality.
third time y'all try to transition to Impact, but nobody wants to talk about
Nobody
Impact.
wants to mention
'Cause Impact
anything
was-
that was impactful this week.
Impact was trash, except for
no. There was
Nah, there was a
things.
couple things. Couple
Listen,
things.
I'm not-
Jordan
listen,
Grace.
Really quick,
Jordan
really
Grace,
quick,
but Before
really
you
quick.
get to Jordan Grace, I'm not into the plastic, but there's something to be said about Katie Forbes. And you just have to look at her.
Pitchfork?
I don't know what
What?
I'm looking at.
Nothing.
There's a
I didn't
lot
say
going
nothing.
on. Like they you know they fuck like rabbits because they have no chemistry on screen, right? But she's in the ring just twerking, and I'm used to seeing that in certain venues, and not in wrestling.
Are you mad because you can't control your own horniness?
No, it's just I'm drawn to looking at it. I can't look away. It's
Yes.
terrible.
Yes.
It doesn't look great, but
It
I
was
cannot
an
look
interesting
away.
contest, though. Him and Rob Van Dam and Joey Ryan, of
Yeah,
course.
it was
You're like
good.
the guy that sued J-Lo. You heard about that shit?
Yeah.
What?
Some guy sued J-Lo because
Fuck it.
it was like sinful or some bullshit.
What? Oh, because
Could you imagine picking up the phone
Yo.
and calling your lawyer because you can't control your own
Yo.
Is that
boner?
man P sitting down?
Lizzo could be out here
it's a
looking
serious
naked.
problem. All right, you can't. Don't
Lizzo out here
judge.
looking naked. We have
Don't be
power with
judging.
J-Lo. Come on now.
Yo,
The men, you know.
Shout out to Lizzo.
Yes,
fragile.
But yo, RVD, the first guy to not sell the dick flip,
Oh, countered. He sold,
Oh, he countered. Yeah,
but he countered.
he sold out real quick.
Boom, counter, bitch. Jordan Grace defeats Taya Valkyrie.
Don't
ending
say it like that. That's a
the-
big fucking deal.
The long reign of Taya. What's to say about Jordan Grace?
She's thicker than a
Kenny.
stinker.
What do you think, Kenny? Jordan Grace, the next great knockout?
I've always liked Jordan Grace. I always
Yes.
thought, she could get the same push Tessa Blanchard got.
Oh,
got,
yeah,
you know what I
she
mean?
can get a lot of things.
Stop. What is
I'm
what?
just saying, like a lot of
Thick, no, I
prestige.
love Thick Mama Pump, man.
Hey.
She's gonna get better too, which
Yeah.
is kind of scary.
Yeah,
so,
she is gonna get better.
I want to see. I think she's gonna be one of the champions that like the belt enhances her. So
Okay.
let's see what happens. I think she's
okay.
gonna have a good reign here.
Okay.
We're doing champion versus champions, right? That's the theme here. Yo, Jordan Grace versus Tessa.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Main
That'll be
event
fun.
next after we got Sacrifice coming up, right?
I'll
so
tell
after
you what.
Sacrifice
If there was any woman to hold the men's championship, it'd be fucking
and the women's
Jordan
at the
Grace.
Right.
I like how that.
I also said that about Tessa Blanchard, and I also said that about Taya Valkyrie, because I think they're all fucking tremendous.
So that's my next question.
But
What's
Jordan
next for
Grace is
Taya
big
Valkyrie?
enough for it to be real. What happened?
What's next for Taya Valkyrie now? Does she make that jump?
She gotta leave. There's not. What else is there to do?
WWE.
She goes to NXT, brother.
Oh, and then what?
or anything else with exited.
Well, she's not gonna be placed with the Miz, so she's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, please don't put her with John Morrison and
No.
The Miz.
The
I
dirty
would
shit.
I would hate that.
Leave that alone.
Put him with the Fiend.
Yeah.
I hope she goes with more. What?
Sister Abigail?
Sister Abigail.
Nah, don't
How
change it.
random would that be?
That'd be very random.
Guys, no one's gonna be Sister Abigail. Let it go. We need to all
Someone's
they
gotta
could
do
have.
it.
They could have
We
used.
need
Come
to all
on,
collectively
sister!
If-
Let it go.
I think if it's
Because
anybody that would've-
everybody's always like, anytime like a female looks like dark, like does a dark character, like
Sister
Liv
Abigail.
Morgan's
Oh,
in a damn
that's the
bathtub,
next one.
and
Next
everyone's
Sister
like,
Abigail.
Sister Abigail.
So that's the interesting thing, right? I thought Liv Morgan was to do the vampire shit, and it's fucking Shayna Baszler.
We're not there yet.
That was
we
my
don't
whole
know.
thing. My whole thing about Shayna Baszler is like, yo, she don't need it.
I don't think they're doing that.
She don't need
I don't
it.
think
Nah,
they're
I
doing
think she
that.
just
They're not
bit the
gonna
shit
do
out of her.
it. No,
I don't think they're
not gonna
doing
do it.
that.
It's just
She
it's
just
to
bit the
get
shit out of her.
them to-
I
So
get it.
This is gonna be like something she does every once in a while, just to like fuck with somebody. Think like the Randy Orton punt. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's gonna just go like she's gonna beat the crap out of somebody. Then
I love it. I love it if it's the Randy Orton put for her
like this.
If that's her,
and then she's gonna like take the hair,
yes,
and then go for the bite, and it's gonna be a big deal.
No, it's
I love
it's
that
great,
for her like that.
But why give it to Shayna Baszler? Like, there's no need to give
Because
it to her.
That's
needs a
vicious as
power
fuck.
We know. So look, we know that she's a legitimate badass.
Yeah.
We know this, right?
Yeah.
But we need something to separate her
Exactly.
and make her superhuman, which is now she's got like
Stand
that.
out. Be undeniable.
But in reality, think about it.
Stand out, right?
But in reality,
we
think
gotta
about
look
it.
at this. Let's look at this HIV positive, guys.
Hey!
Wow.
Shout out to Samantha Johnson.
Vic don't know about that.
Wow.
I don't do good on tests.
No, let's think
You studied
psychologically.
mad hard.
Look, we're jumping back into this, but let's look psychologically what it says about another human being biting somebody. Right?
Animal.
Think about what Holyfield felt when he had his fucking ear bit by Tyson. He's like, this man bit my fucking ear off.
That's a thing that
He's
happens.
capable of doing anything. And like,
Right,
even when
he's
it comes to
fucking
murder,
crazy.
shooting somebody
Right.
with a gun and stabbing somebody, to stab somebody takes another psychological level.
Right.
You're
exactly.
almost insane.
That's exactly
because you
it.
feel the protruding
That's
of the
exactly
skin.
it. It's a psychological thing, right? So now it's like she's in Becky Lynch's head.
Yes.
It's like, I'm not just coming for your title.
But for
I'm
your
coming
neck.
for your neck. Right.
It's like way
Yo,
over this.
I'll only accept this if she comes out to Wu-Tang from now on. Just fucking
Protect your neck.
just that's it.
The
The Asian delegation.
yes.
Shout out to Wu
The
Tang making it onto the
Wu-Tang
podcast
Oscar?
this week.
Oscar?
We gotta tag them on everything this week.
Yes.
Wednesday night, gentlemen.
Hit him.
The Wednesday Night War. Is this a war? You want war?
All right, just highlights, right?
I don't know. I don't. Yeah.
Jeff fucking Cobb.
Yes. Big
Hey,
fucking
Kenny.
deal. Big fucking deal.
Wait. Before we get to Jeff Cobb,
Is there anything else?
we got a new AEW Women's Champ.
Hey,
Oh yeah, that's
yes,
cool.
We do.
Jeff
You
Cobb.
called it too, by the way.
That's cool. All right. Did you think otherwise?
You mean Nyla Rose did what she was supposed to do a few months ago?
To be honest, I don't expect much from this division.
I heard she did a calendar,
so
too.
I thought it was gonna be a normal, non-squash finish, bullshit finish. But no, Nyla Rose defeated.
You gotta think, right? So I've seen a lot of people already not understand why Nyla Rose won, and they're like, Chris Statlander should have won, and I agree. But people got to understand, if Chris Statlander had beat Riho, it wouldn't mean shit.
Right,
But
then
if
what?
Chris Statlander beats Nyla Rose for the title, now it's a big fucking deal.
Facts.
And now you put Chris Statlander over. So people got to understand, like, y'all can't, again, it's like sex. Y'all can't blow your load too soon.
Hey,
Just let that
this
shit
man is
happen.
horny.
You knew Nyla was gonna get it, right? Like Nyla was gonna get that title.
And sometimes you just gotta get it out, right? And that's what it was today.
Nah, so
But
she
she
got it. I'm
I
just
think
that what she
AEW.
said?
I think AEW shit the bed by not giving her the title the first
right from the
time around.
beginning,
from
right?
the
Like,
beginning.
Yeah, I thought she
From
should
the
have got it
beginning.
first. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I mean,
No
And I
disrespect to
feel like-
Riho, but
No.
Nah, but it's just a
But it-
mistake.
Statlander would be champion by now if Nyla Rose had won the title, because once Statlander was number one contender, you could have given it to
but that's
Statlander.
tough too because it's
You know.
basically face versus face, right?
Yeah.
Nah.
But Riho's story is always gonna be great when she's chasing it. That's just what it comes down to. That's
she's
the
like that
underdog.
little underdog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean-
you're right.
So the fact that she had the title for so long, won it so quickly, it didn't hit, and that's why the
It
women
didn't resurrect with the fans.
Resurrect?
But also Riho was going back to Japan a couple times, so there was like some stop stalls. People give Brock Lesnar shit, but damn, Riho was going back to Japan.
This is true.
And like
That's
now
why we
at
saw so
least
much
we
of
got-
Britt Baker.
Right,
That's
but
true.
at least we got Nyla Rose that's gonna be there every week.
Facts.
And has an interesting enough character that we'll get behind it.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm hoping this is like the renaissance of the women's division in AEW, because they've had a couple bumps in the road. It's not to say they don't have the athletes, but it's just been like a situation after situation.
So now
Till you
question,
bring. Oh, go ahead.
question. Awesome
Yeah.
Kong versus Nyla Rose.
Well, the problem is
She's
Awesome
hurt.
Kong is gonna be on Glow.
She's
season
recording the
3 or
final
whatever,
season.
So she's
Oh,
gone.
of
Right,
Glow.
so she's
So
gone
they-
right now. That's why.
But
That's
it
why the
sucks.
Nightmare Collective broke up. Yeah.
It sucks because they broke up on an episode of Dark. They didn't even do it on Dynamite.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Did you
And
care?
I'll tell this for everybody who watches wrestling out there or is watching AEW specifically. If you're not peppering in AEW Dark into your watching habits, you're doing yourself a disservice because they're actually advancing a lot of storylines on AEW Dark. It's to the point when I watch Dynamite, like characters that I didn't really know, because I saw it on Dark, I'll get into it more in Dynamite. So that's my recommendation.
And not only Dark, but being the Elite as well.
Almost being the Elite, absolutely.
Yeah, being the Elite incorporates storylines.
Hangman Adam Page started being a drunk on there.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I mean? So you wouldn't know where that came from if you didn't watch Being the Elite.
Right.
And the join the Dark Order stuff with I can't remember their names, but the two guys who were jobbing out. Adam Silver, so I forgot his name. I can't remember his name, but John Silver or something like that. Anyway, the point is that got started on Being the Elite. So guys, watch Being the Elite and watch AEW Dark
and watch Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots on YouTube as well.
And watch Heel Pop.
And I can't wait for your thoughts.
No doubt.
You can don't watch that show. That show sucks.
Don't watch that show. That show's garbage. Cease and desist.
The co-host is here.
Pretty chubby. How we feel about MJF, man? Got into some action with Jumbo Boy. You finally got to see him in the ring. Brandy Rose was commenting on that too.
He was. She was looking like a sniper.
Stop it.
She was enjoying the comments.
Fucking pervert.
I
But
knew
MJF,
exactly who to ask.
Pervert.
he's very forgettable in the ring.
Oh, that match was forgettable.
He doesn't need to do much. He gets so much heat that it works.
Yeah.
He's like Roddy Piper. Yeah. Roddy Piper's a perfect example. Roddy Piper didn't do shit in the ring. And I mean that in a good way. Like, he just was a brawler and he did a sleep. Like, that was it. But,
if anything, early in his career, he wanted to do more shit and they told him stop because it's not your angle.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. So a lot of people got to understand that, like, and not that I'm in any position to say it, but like sometimes it's like your style has to match your character. And MJF's matches his character. He doesn't need to do shit. He's cocky.
Yeah.
All his moves are coming.
He's a little boy that was on Oprah singing opera. On Rosie O'Donnell singing opera. You ever seen that shit? You ever seen that clip?
Nah, not at all.
Yo, he's like fucking like 7 years old. Fucking how old is he? Like 7'5"? I don't even know.
Well, they close out AEW with Moxley defeating Santana, but they jump Moxley at the end again. Putting in that work for that feud.
Jeff Cobb!
Jeff Cobb comes out.
Jeff Cobb.
Who saw that coming? Did anybody even know?
Yo, we were literally watching side by side, focusing on NXT, and all we heard was Jeff Cobb. What?
Yeah, we were like, what?
What?
The crowd.
He said Jeff Cobb. The word Jeff Cobb just came out.
The crowd silenced. I guess he has no name value or whatever, but Jeff Cobb is a big fucking deal. He's a tremendous athlete.
I think that people just were stunned. I think they were just more stunned.
You think
so? Right, and I was gonna say it might be that they were like, Jeff Cobb's here. Like, when the fuck did that?
Did he just fuck that up?
So yeah, silence. Sometimes there's two types of silence, and I have to listen. You know, obviously I haven't watched it, but I want to hear the reaction because one is when people don't give a shit, and the other is when they're stunned. Yeah. I saw the streak end. Trust me, I know the difference. I was there live, and there was just silence from 80,000 people. That was crazy.
That's got to be an experience. NXT, ladies and gentlemen, it was dope again with the so I have I don't know. I think the only product right now keeping up with NXT's quality match is NJPW after last weekend, and
you really have a boner for NJPW.
That Takahashi
NJPW
match,
is
man,
dope,
they just
that
shit
like
off
dirty.
that apron, man. John Moxley held it down. Oh my god. To see that and now to watch NXT this week, and now we're gonna get into this Sunday's takeover. Yo, NXT held it down this week to prep you for that, and Roderick Strong showed love. Johnny Gargano, strutted his stuff. Kenny? What are you thinking about this Johnny Gargano Finn Balor match coming up?
I'm excited
Sunday?
Because obviously this was supposed to happen. When Finn Balor came back to NXT.
Back in November,
Yes.
You're right, but Johnny Gargano got injured. So I think it's the best thing that could have happened, though, because the promo last week, especially, when he was talking about putting it right through Finn Balor's heart, and then Finn Balor looks at the camera and says, I don't have a heart. And it's like, I'm like, okay, now it feels like a personal feud. Like, it feels really personal. Whereas I think it would have been a little bit rushed back in November. So I think this is going to be good because they both are salivating at this one, It's kind of like me on prom night.
Wow.
Just make sure to grab a napkin.
Wow.
I was talking about the two types of silence earlier, one being the Undertaker one. Yeah. The other was me the first time I lost my virginity. That's the other type of silence.
There was a man, baby.
Oh, no!
Oh, Crickets after that one.
That's a lie. This is why we can't have nice
No
things.
nice things.
Well,
Not
you know who
one,
else
not
got
one
crickets?
No nice things. Who's that, JP?
Pete Dunne.
Oh.
How you out here driving without a license?
So Pete Dunne, in a series of vignettes of them being unable to get to Portland and ultimately finding their way to Portland
How
for
did they
takeover.
find their way to Portland?
They took the boss's fucking air. They fucking this shit was
Yo,
ridiculous.
they sneaked into his private jet.
You know what Hunter's doing in that plane?
It's
Really getting high up there
Wow.
in the sky.
I thought that they got pulled over because they were smoking weed in the car. That's what I
I would have
thought.
blamed Riddle too.
But they got pulled over. He wasn't wearing. I mean, he wasn't licensed or whatever.
It's because they drive
Probably.
on the other side.
Fucking
of Europe.
random as shit. What wrestler doesn't have a license?
Exactly.
That's insane.
A European one.
A European one.
Shout out to Cesaro.
I'm pretty sure Claudio drives.
Cesaro
I'm just saying, like
workhorse
he's
of
got
the
a fucking
fucking
license
lifetime.
somewhere. Good
Listen,
grief.
they're giving us a taste of hopefully the
A mouthful.
vignettes we're gonna get next year for WrestleMania in Hollywood. This is what they're setting us up for.
Really?
They
I like where they're going then,
You know,
that's
Pete Dunne did his best Mark Wahlberg impression. He was very serious. It was great. It was great. Good shit.
Good shit was Adam Cole defeating
Such good
Kushida
shit.
in the main event.
He always looked like kind of constipated, just a little bit.
I just want to
Kushida?
mention. I just want to
No,
mention
Pete
Dakota
Dunne, like,
Kai.
he's always just a little uncomfortable. Like he's always like,
Nah, I can't unsee
he's
that.
wearing a
That's a
singlet.
lesson.
I can't
wearing a
Lesson
unsee
for
it.
singlet.
you in life, guys. You should never be completely comfortable.
Nah,
Yeah.
Right.
not at all.
You have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Not at all.
that's
He's
why
wearing
you,
a singlet. I mean, listen. I understand.
Speaking
Wearing
your
singlets.
pants.
Dakota Kai. Wow.
who?
Who?
Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai defeated Candice LeRae.
That's
in the
there you
warm
go.
up.
The fucking thing
She gonna
fucked
have a
up
hell
on you.
of she gonna have a hell of a
Yum.
match against Tegan Knox.
Yum.
I don't care for the rest of NXT.
Yum.
Well, let's talk about TakeOver real quick. Just real quick. We're gonna have the
Yum.
dream match: Finn Balor versus Johnny Gargano. Dakota
Yum.
Kai street fight. The tag titles on the line. The Undisputed Era against Pete Dunne and Matt
Error, the
Riddle.
undisputed error.
It's gonna be an error finish when they lose the straps to Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle, because that's what it looks like.
That's happening.
Kenny, what stands out?
But
from
I'm
this
just being biased.
card?
You know. Fuck
What
it.
says that? I'm expecting that Tegan Knox and Dakota Kai match to be a lot better than anyone's expecting because they already had a match, but this is a street fight. So now
Bad
I
blood.
was wondering. I felt like they were holding back a little bit, like in their match on NXT, and I was wondering why. Now I understand because now they're saving it for Portland. So I feel like that'll be like a show stealer, and we don't realize it. So I'm just saying.
I can see
Your
that.
dark horse.
How do you feel about Keith Lee with his first title defense?
Duh.
I mean, Keith Lee's money. I don't think
Yeah.
that's a problem though with Keith Lee is I always expect good things. So it's not like I don't want to say I don't get excited. It's just like I just know he's gonna do good. So, I
in
don't
the-
critique him too much.
In a buffet of banging matches, bangers after bangers that we're expecting here, you're gonna see Finn Balor, you're gonna see the Undisputed Era, you're gonna see Adam Cole and Tommaso Ciampa. Where do you think Keith Lee stacks up? Because this is part 19 with Dominic.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is I feel like you just said, the card is so stacked. And they've done this so much. This is either going to be a gift or a curse in terms of them, because this could be the best match that they have because of the pressure, or this could be the worst match because on the card, because there's so many stacked matches. There's no way Adam Cole and Tommaso Ciampa are going to have a bad match. There's no way Johnny Gargano and Finn Balor are going to have a bad match. So, I mean, just those two alone stacked up against Keith Lee and Dijakovic, it's like, I don't know.
But that's not even saying they're gonna have a bad match either. Because
Correct.
their worst match of the series could be the highlight of the week in any promotion.
But it could be the worst match because it's the one we've seen already.
Right.
Out of all these other matches, we've never seen any of them, right?
Right.
So that's
Right.
the problem.
But all in all, I expect the event to be just flow really good.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like just the whole event, I feel like it's going to be hard to pick the best match.
And is
because
this
Get your
the way-
6 packs. Get them ready.
Right, usually they to me usually they pair up the good workers, like they'll put up like Ciampa versus Gargano and stuff, but they've done so much like splitting them up into different matches that there's no way there could be a bad match on the card.
Right. Is this the first time that NXT produces 6 matches? A
Wow,
takeover?
I haven't even noticed.
6.
That's a lot for NXT
6.
takeovers.
It's always 5.
Maybe less sometimes if you have like
From the same
War
company
Games or
that
some
brings you WrestleMania.
Well, you know,
11 hours of extreme action right up your
I'm with
ass.
it though. I'm with it
It's
though.
I'm sure they can manage 6 matches.
Last year's Mania was brutal, guys. I know y'all were there, so I mean, like, Jesus.
It was.
I can't wait for next year's.
But you know, my biggest concern right now, what I really want to know is who's coming up from this takeover. Because we're on the road to WrestleMania.
Whoa. There's no more coming up. That it's a lateral move.
Tell that to neck biter Shayna Baszler.
So who's sliding to the right? Who's sliding to the left?
Right. Because right now,
now it's more like swap.
Truth be told, NXT, they finish up, and this was on some podcast somewhere. NXT finishes up their contract with Full Sail this year, man. They gonna hit the road. They gonna start touring, my man. And what that means more eyes on the product, bigger stadium, bigger events, bigger weeks. And I think they might even overshadow WWE's main roster eventually.
I think they're already almost there. They're on their way.
It's such a good. People don't give WWE enough credit, Triple H, because I mean, literally, think about this: Raw and SmackDown are too popular to be able to change it back to the way it used to be. So you make your own third brand that can get away with shit.
Yep.
Like how ingenious is that?
Amazing.
They created their own competition in that sense.
They are the DX of the group for sure. Like that's NXT.
Man,
right?
that's a great way to
X in NXT, like they're the rebels, right? That's how he painted them for the fucking Survivor Series. That's like they're always like those badasses.
Only thing I would caution is going away from Full Sail. You're gonna lose a little bit of the feel.
The home feel.
Full Sail crowd is amazing. Yeah. It's amazing. They always pop, and the pop helps the experience.
And I know a lot of the people. I mean, it's an hour away from me in Orlando. I know a lot of the people that go there, and I'm talking about these people are diehard. I like right now. If I text up, I won't say who, get them in trouble. But if I text them up, I could be like, "Yo, can we get a ticket? Boom, I'll see you next week." It's a diehard crowd, and yet, so to go away from that's gonna be hard. But I feel like if you run maybe 4,000 or 5,000 seat venues as opposed to running the Raw and SmackDown 10,000 to 12,000 venues. Listen to ROH. That's what you should have done.
Fucking ROH, bro.
You do something like that, it'll make it seem a lot better.
Agreed.
You know what I mean?
Yo, we need NXT in the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Right. Exactly.
That'd be fun. That would really give it like that indie feel. Like that'd be crazy.
It would give it that PWG.
Yes, exactly. PWG.
That's a tremendous market, right? Like that, like hardcore borderline, like the GCWs. Yeah. Oh man, that'd be fun.
GCW gonna be making a lot of noise in Tampa this April, man. I know, Kenny, you gonna be out there.
I am, and I'm actually taking like the entire week off of from my business that I run, from my part-time job. I do everything, by the way. I'm taking time off from being a dad. I'm taking.
Shit.
I hear that, bro.
But seriously, I'm gonna try to hit up as much as I can in Tampa. Hit up as many people as I can.
Most definitely, we'll link up out there. You'll see us out there.
Oh, okay. I will see you all here. I'm acting like I don't know you, but I'm gonna see y'all there.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah. You gonna miss out.
Speaking of heel, Kenny, you on a roll tonight, so we gonna let you kick it off with the HPC of the week. Who was the heel of this week for you, sir?
Any promotion, any heel.
Absolutely Shayna Baszler, because that was a way to make impact as a heel. It has to be Shayna Baszler.
Nice.
What a biter.
Vampire in Brooklyn.
Eddie Murphy.
No doubt. Any other heels we got to challenge that?
No nice things have happened.
Moxie got jumped. I guess you could give Jeff Cobb some love.
Jeff Cobb, yeah.
But I don't think anything beats Shayna Baszler.
Baszler takes the cake,
right?
Here,
like
man.
Elijah Pope.
Pop of the week.
Get the
Pop
fuck
of the
out
week,
of here.
ladies and gentlemen. I think I'll give it to Jordan Grace, winning that women's title, ending the reign. A little
Jordan Grace got more of a pop than Nyla Rose.
One little thing, I love to nitpick because you have a little.
That shut the fuck up. That is a major point. Stop touching me. What are you, a gorilla?
What's
up with
Jordan Grace got more of a pop than Nyla Rose, right? Her winning was more impactful.
Yeah,
it was on Impact.
But she's a face. Nyla's a heel.
But still. I didn't like how throughout the match when she's doing her pin, like she was counting with the ref, but then as soon as she wins, she just starts crying after that. Like, how you gonna go from arrogant to like humble and?
Because you just won the title from the longest reigning champion of all time. You dumb fuck. That's how that happens. You just fucking dethroned the queen of the fucking in my opinion,
what is Shawn Michaels
one
do?
of the best women's divisions in all of wrestling.
Like, you were
What is
literally
Shawn-
pouring
what
your
does Shawn
cry.
Michaels
Tears
do?
are coming from your eyes. Shawn Michaels, at least he took the strap and kicked Bret Hart off the ring first. Was like, hey, get the fuck out of here. Then he started the waterworks. The boyhood dream is here.
But she's Jordan Grace. She's not Shawn Michaels. So let her.
Right.
Get out of here.
Let her rock, bro. Let her
Stop
rock.
being a hater like Star
Yo,
Punk.
you hating, yo.
Realistic.
Yo, you're
wasn't
gonna
it?
have to speak to
Edge
John
did the
Gresham
same
about that
thing.
shit.
Edge is my man.
I fucking
true.
hate Edge.
Edge did the same
Oh, you fucking loved it when Edge did it,
Yes,
huh?
I did. Moving on.
Let's turn off this fucking mic.
Yeah, turn this shit off,
Look at
yo.
this tattoo.
Oh
See a
shit.
star?
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Okay.
That is dope, my friend. That is
You
fuego.
think you know me?
What's your tattoo, Vic?
I'll show you right now. Hold
He had a
on.
tattoo on his
Oh,
bone.
shit.
Chill,
You wanna
never mind.
see?
Tell
No,
us,
it doesn't have zoom.
Chill,
Relax.
that shit might have
You're
coronavirus
right.
on it.
We don't have.
Oh.
We don't want to. We don't have enough pixels. For
Yeah, you just zoom in 4K.
I thought he
Chair
drank
shot.
Heineken.
What was
Chair
the
shot of the
Oh,
week.
Kenny, what was the drizzling shits of the
drizzling
week?
shit. What don't you ever want to see again? Next week.
Yeah. I would probably give that to the 24/7 segment this week.
Yes. Yes. Holy
it was the
shit.
drizzling shits. I could not stand that segment. I was like, we don't even know who the fuck Riddick Moss is. If you didn't watch, if you're not like us, like, you know, I go to NXT a lot. Like I've seen Riddick Moss.
Yep,
I've seen
yep,
his
yep.
character, and even I didn't give a shit about him. So I can imagine what the people at home are thinking. They're like, who is this guy? He's been on TV for a week. He's winning the 24/7 title. You know what I mean? So yeah. Please don't. My brain hurts.
It's very confusing. Even the fact that they reference him as his offensive lineman, but yet he's bigger than him. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
All right,
It's all
that
trash.
goes into my bucket of who gives a fuck. Like,
Who
this-
gives a shit?
That's why
gives a fuck?
it's a combination of chair shots. And his old partner tweeting about it.
Tino Sabatelli.
Yeah,
Yes.
teasing that he might be coming through is a chair shot as well.
And then it's like, Tino, who the hell are you?
the Cardinals didn't even want you.
Yo! No, you're not talking about who I thought you were talking about.
No, but he was a safety in NFL for those that may not know.
All right. Well,
Alright.
I'm
Kenny,
surprised
boys
you
got a
didn't
lot
bring
of
up your boy.
Kenny, I want to thank
'Cause he
you for your
wasn't on
time
TV
this
this
week,
week.
brother, man. Appreciate you taking the time out of
thank
joining
you
us
guys.
this week and talking with the bad guys. Why don't you just give them your handles and
Sell
plugs.
your shit.
Sell your shit on our shit for real quick.
Well, guys, thank you. You're the only other fan-run podcast I listen to at this point. So I
All right.
appreciate y'all. It's
Thank
because
you, thank
it's
you.
because of that New York, New Jersey vibe. You know,
No
we
doubt.
get along. You know, it's like I love your podcast because it's like being in the room with you right now. Even I'm on camera, y'all are staring at me, which is kind of awkward. I feel like like a stripper or something.
guapo.
Well, you
Hold
said
on.
you had no
got
pants.
You got a thing there. Espérate. You got a
I do have a nose.
Hold
ring,
on,
yeah.
espérate.
Oh,
There you go. Yeah, you
Were
got it.
you the stripper that fell from like 34 feet?
Please go donate to my GoFundMe. So that, help me out.
she kept
La
twerking.
pobre,
She
yo,
kept
twerk for a
twerking.
jerk.
She's a
jerk for a
She
professional.
alright though. She alright.
She's a
God bless.
professional.
All right,
bless.
Kenny, sell your
Doing what
shit.
you love. Guys, I'm on Twitter at Kenny Podcast, Instagram at a Kenny for Your Thoughts Podcast, Facebook at a Kenny for Your Thoughts Podcast. Pretty much anywhere you can find this podcast, you can find us at a Kenny for Your Thoughts Podcast. So we're on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Play Music, Stitcher. We're probably on a disc tape in your mom's basement.
Hey!
Bars.
So
I've been there
please.
before. It's
No
dusty.
doubt, no doubt. Thanks again, man. We appreciate you. Ladies
Thank
and
you.
gentlemen, if you want to do your homework for next week, what to watch for next week? GCW, run, Ricky, run. You got Matt Justice versus Matt Tremont. You also got Joey Janela going against our boy Jordan Oliver. Don't miss that, man. Nick Gage will go against Ricky Shane for the GCW Heavyweight Championship. You can catch all that action on Fight this Saturday, 8 p.m., February the 15th. Also, we don't got to tell you again, man. Take over Portland?
Yes,
Portland,
Portland.
Sunday.
Yo, it's gonna be a classic.
We got to tell you again. You forgot where the fuck it was.
Fuck it. I'm just here for Finn Balor. Just send me the ticket. Send me the
Who
flight.
doesn't know
I'll
what
be out
Portland
there.
is? Who knows what Portland is?
Fuck that.
Guess I might not
Pretty
Portland.
Chubby, you gonna tell him where to see us and how we gonna send this baby home. Talk to him real quick.
And fellas out there, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on our YouTube channel, Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots. And check us out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at HPC2Sweet. And don't forget to give us those 5 stars, because I know I gave your mother 5 back shots.
10 count to 10 toe. See ya.